I've pulled up kind of like a quote or a phrase, and there's a brutal truth to this, really. People often train moderately hard. They're never truly building, they're never truly absorbing, they're never truly peaking, they're never truly recovering. And this is a recipe for chronic fatigue dressed up as consistency. Yeah, which is never going to allow you to truly progress. There's a version of you, there's a version of me, there's a version of us that can be the very, very best we can be. That doesn't go from or come from egotistical training, where we try and push down the boundaries by racing so much more than we necessarily need to, training more than we need to, and also neglecting the recovery and the absorption and adaptation phases, which are absolutely crucial, not just for here and now and this week and this month or this season. It's this year and for many, many years to come. So it's staying in the game for as long as possible. So it takes a lot of discipline to really have the restraint, but also it takes understanding and discipline to stick to training. But in order to do that, we need to have an understanding through education, and that's what we aim to do here on the podcast, and that's certainly what we do within our community, is education and empowerment. But then it's down to the individual athlete to then walk that walk. And what we find in a lot of instances is actually we are helping individuals unlearn a lot of bad behaviors and overtraining and the mentality that is surrounded by that, and helping them refocus and repurpose that energy into optimized, appropriate training with like well-balanced recovery in order to take leaps forward in fitness. And that is why they are overtaken, or the ones that have the most restraint and discipline to stick to it over many months and many years. They are the ones that will continue to ascend over the years, versus the individual that goes really hard, burns out, gets an injury, and then rebuilds that cycle. And we just loop around and we think, oh, well, the training's not working, or the program's not working, or whatever else it is. We blame everything versus taking accountability ourselves, and then wonder why we're stagnating and not truly moving forward, which is the easier thing to do. Like, I guarantee, like, I know that I'm not at peak fitness. I've not reached my genetic potential. That will take me 10 years probably to do that, of doing the right thing time and time and time again. So if you've hit a wall, it's not your genetic expression, it's the way you conduct your training and your mentality around it that affects the ability for you to perform. Okay, so nothing changes if nothing changes, and if you feel like you've stagnated, or you're not progressing as much as you could be, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need a new approach or new program or new focus. It's looking at where you're not performing the best that you can be through actions that you're taking or not taking. And something we offer when you join the OCR school, which is our free community group, is a race review audit with myself, where we can go into what's working, what's not. So there's an opportunity to join the OCR school on the link below. And if you feel called, you can book one of those so we can look at it in a bit more detail to get you moving forward.